This may be the only time all of the premiers sit down with the Prime Minister together, a pre-meeting dinner ahead of tomorrow's main event.
I look forward to the meeting tomorrow.
An event Ontario's Premier is threatening to disrupt.
We want to make sure the agenda is exactly what we want to talk about. We don't need to be lectured by his ministers.
Doug Ford may walk out of the meeting because he doesn't like the Prime Minister's agenda, focusing mostly on interprovincial trade. Instead, he wants to talk about oil, pipelines, the carbon tax, and Bill C-69, a proposed law to change how energy projects are evaluated, which some provinces see as a threat. Some premiers don't agree with Ontario's approach.
That's their loss. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to talking to my colleagues.
Walking out is never the thing to do.
But others do want to see the agenda changed.
We don't need to waste time for people to take sort of self-congratulatory victory laps around on things that have already happened. And that means that we cut the fluff and we change the agenda.
The Prime Minister says he's open to discussing whatever the premiers want and seemed indifferent about the threats.
I'm looking forward to a productive discussion. I don't have any illusions that we're all going to agree on everything, but I certainly know that Canadians expect us to be able to roll up our sleeves and talk constructively about how we're going to solve the challenges they're facing.
Talks will be more political posturing than productive, given the tensions around the table. And no relationship is more difficult than that of the new face of the Conservative movement and the Liberal Prime Minister. With the federal election less than a year away, the battle lines are drawn.
Now, Katie is outside the restaurant where the leaders are sitting down for their unofficial dinner of sorts. We can only assume they didn't throw food at each other, but maybe they'll get to that point tomorrow. Katie, I understand you've learned more about that private meeting between Doug Ford and Justin Trudeau. What can you tell us?
Well, there was some pushback, I'm told, by federal sources over Bill C-69. The Premier told the Prime Minister he doesn't like it. And when Justin Trudeau asked for suggested changes or some sort of specific concerns, I'm told Doug Ford accused Trudeau of badgering him like a reporter. Ford also suggested that Canada drop its retaliatory steel and aluminum tariffs on the U.S. in the hopes that the Americans would do the same. It's an idea that was outright rejected tonight by Canada's U.S. ambassador when I asked him about it here outside the dinner. Provincial sources didn't confirm or deny any of the exchanges, saying only the Premier is ready for a meaningful discussion about important national issues. Rosie.
Okay, Katie Simpson outside the restaurant where they're apparently eating kebabs of some kind. Thanks for that, Katie. Appreciate it.